Whiskey is a type of distilled alcoholic beverage made from fermented grain mash. It is typically aged in wooden casks, generally made of charred white oak. The origins of malt whiskey distilling in Scotland are lost in the mists of antiquity. They date back at least to the monks of the 15th century and probably long before. Distilling primarily for medicinal purposes. This practice of medicinal distillation eventually passed from a monastic setting to the secular via professional medicinal practitioners of the time. Although the distiller's art has been understood since earliest times, the subtle aromas and flavors of whiskey have never been fully explained, even today. The distillation process was still in its infancy, whiskey itself was not allowed to age, and as a result tasted very raw and brutal compared to today's version. Renaissance-era whiskey was very potent and not diluted. Over time whiskey evolved into a much smoother drink. The general process of whiskey making involves malting, fermentation, pot stills, distillation and spirit safe, after which the maturation process starts where the whiskey becomes smoother, gains flavor, and draws its golden color from the cask. By law all Scotch whiskey must be matured for at least 3 years, but most single malts lie in the wood for 8 to 15 years longer. And unlike wine, whiskey does not mature further once it is in the bottle. The distinctive smoky flavor found in various types of whiskey is due to the use of peat smoke to treat the malt. A fun fact regarding whiskey is that it is said that Jack Daniels learned how to make whiskey from a Lutheran minister at the age of 6. Isn't that amazing? Number 3. Macallan 64 in GALEXY Purdue. Price in 2010. It sold at auction for $464,000. The noted French Crystal House designed a triple blend of whiskey from Spanish oak casks dated 1942, 1945, and 1946, in this extremely rare and beautiful decanter. None has been on the market since 2010. Number 2. The Macallan M. The last bottle sold at auction in Hong Kong for $628,205. Contained in a clear faceted crystal decanter with a distinctive stopper, this single malt Scotch is cask aged in Spanish oak for a minimum of 25, and up to 75 years. That's a long time to wait for a sip. Number 1. Isabella's Isla. The most expensive whiskey in the world, with a price of $6.2 million. It's the decanter of white gold encrusted with 8,500 diamonds, 300 rubies and almost 2 bars of white gold, all covering an English crystal decanter, and the very old single malt cask straight Tyler whiskey inside, that commands the price tag, a whiskey from the noted Isle of Islay in Scotland. This is legendary liquid gold. It's meant to be savoured, but it's really only meant to look at for this price. Here are some more astounding facts about whiskey. Whiskey starts its life as beer. A deliciously true story. Whiskey is made from wort, which is the beer that gets distilled. And did you know about the angel's pinch or the angel's share? Well, approximately 2% of whiskey gradually evaporates through the barrels each year, and this is famously known as the angel's share. Another interesting fact is that the word whiskey comes from the Gaelic word which translates to water of life. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a nice day.